the,
Hi, Ronnie.
I left you a message, you can disregard it.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
I'll just give, so this is Liz, have you met Liz?
No.
I said Liz.
No, we haven't met.
So-
I haven't gotten over there yet.
Okay, you're fine, so Elizabeth's new to our team, well, not really anymore,
Yeah.
but newer, so she's the other Jerry, I think you might have spoke to Jerry before in the past, maybe, I don't know. Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn? She has
I
a
used to work with
long-
her at Bethesda.
Okay,
Oh.
so,
We
You
came from
see?
Bethesda. She hired me at Bethesda.
Oh, that's
Bethesda
beautiful.
yeah.
So I'm aware. I know who Jerry Lynn is.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
So, you know, there was obviously an investigation that happened into the video that you posted on your social media platform last Friday night. I think you posted it into Saturday or something. And, you know, that's strongly against our policies here at JMC. As well as we also investigated another incident between you and another team member a few days prior to that where we were shouting in front of patients. And, you know, that also is absolutely unacceptable here at JMC. It doesn't fit our values and our you know, our vision of an organization.
You're saying this to me. Did you guys say anything to Wendy? Because
Well,
she's
I
the
just-
one that initiated this.
Un-
She's the one that
Yes, all
started that.
components of
Yeah,
the
it's a
investigation, and
com-
that's a confidential matter.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
handle each employee separately, so.
But what I don't understand is why was I penalized to be sent home? Why was I the one being sent home and Wendy still got to come to work?
Well, let me just clear that up for you very easily. You were sent home the other day because of the video that you posted.
And
Had nothing to do with the Wendy situation.
Right, and I also had said that video had nothing to do with my job.
Yeah.
And who
Did you
gave permission
Well, let's do
to
this.
show my manager and the charge nurse Becky, who had nothing to do with this, and I know that's Haley's mom. So I figured it out. It came from Haley.
Well, first off,
And then I was treated literally like I was a criminal.
right, well, first off, you can't film videos on JMC property. That's in the policy handbook. So that's between you and making sure you're educating yourself on the handbook, which is strictly forbids us recording anything when you're on property. That includes taking pictures. You can't even take pictures when you're on property. That's something that only Lawanza has control over, and Lawanza violated that policy. So
I did not violate that policy.
Okay.
Well,
That video
it's
was
not
that
a
I did not
dis-
violate that policy.
So we've done an investigation. I just want to tell you how this works because we're not here to debate. So and Elizabeth will explain the steps where if you'd like to debate afterwards. But let me get through my part, and then Elizabeth, you can take over
Yeah.
from the debate part of the situation. Because of your actions, because of the investigation. By the way, this went all the way up to the president of the hospital. The video, so it had went through a slew of levels of investigation. We are moving on from our employment with you. We are terminating your employment effective today. We've typed a letter up here that you can read about this situation, and Elizabeth can give you your options on what is possible after today. But from this point on today, you are relieved of your duties here at JMC.
So what this means is you do have the ability to grieve any action above a step 2. So should you make the decision to grieve the decision around termination, then you would follow that process and come in and get that paperwork. In reference to benefits, they're available through the end of the month, and then you're offered COBRA. And this is a confidential meeting, meaning that nobody else knows the status of, you know, any decision around this. And it was a decision that has been made, and Ronnie's just presenting the information.
So we're gonna give you this letter. This is your copy that I've signed. There's also another copy that I signed for Elizabeth. And you can always
You
reach out
just
to
get
our.
the badge.
Yeah, we need your badge, and you can contact the HR hotline
Yes.
if you would like to file a grievance, and that obviously has nothing to do with me. That goes through the HR team and up through senior leadership.
I cannot believe this. I'm the one that's being penalized for something that I didn't do. I'm the one that has been harassed. I'm the one that was being threatened at work. I'm the one that has been bullied since the day I started working here. I haven't had a moment's peace since I started working here. I have reported incidences to you, and I have those in writing, and nothing has been done. I have reported this to HR. HR has not done nothing.
Okay.
And I'm the one that's being penalized.
Well, that's
I'm
why,
the one being treated like a criminal, and I didn't do anything.
well, that's the reason that you
Wow,
have the capability of filing a grievance.
Yeah,
That's
And
ridiculous.
just because, I just want to be clear on something, when you file a complaint, just because we don't come back to you and say, hey, you filed a complaint on Elizabeth because Elizabeth was mistreating you, we do not go back to you and say Elizabeth got written up or Elizabeth had to suffer the consequences of her actions towards you. Just so you know, just because you don't know that something happened after you filed a complaint, stuff
Doesn't
probably
mean
did
that it
happen,
didn't.
but it goes through the investigation process just like this did. We had to zoom in on the photos. We had to confirm that it was the floor in the ER. We had to confirm that on the back of the wall we can see the name of one of our donors on from donating to have the ER bill. So it goes through an extensive research. When you filed complaints to me and Ann, I took care of them along the corrective
and it
action
still
policy.
continued, did not stop.
And it's an ongoing thing. There's, we don't, there's steps, depending on the level of corrective action that the person's violating is determining what the repercussion is for. So there's
Yeah.
informal, formal too. It goes like down a long process. You don't just, one report doesn't get someone fired just because someone's reported it. They have to investigate.
But again, nothing was said to anybody else who's been doing this to me. And everything is
I can
fine.
wholeheartedly disagree.
And that's not true, because if it was true, then the bullying and the harassment and then the threats would have stopped.
Yeah, well, I think you should file a grievance. It sounds like you're a little upset and we're not here to debate
I'm
that.
upset about that because I'm really being mistreated. This is a racial matter.
Okay, well, I would like you to file a grievance if you feel necessary, but we're not gonna debate it today.
All right. And then Haley's posting videos about the job, but nobody says anything to her. Her mom works in the emergency room, and she works in the emergency room. That's conflict of interest, but nobody's saying anything about that. It's just very unfair, and I have not had a moment's peace, and I just cannot believe that this is the outcome. I have done nothing wrong, and I still stand by that.
Okay.
and you have every opportunity to grieve, so.
Thank you.